It's currently something o'clock and Boyo's still sleeping. Meh. 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 Morning.
Morning.
I think he's trying to do it for me. I've been up for like 2 hours, so.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been technically up for 3 because my body apparently doesn't like to sleep past about 6:10. Yeah. And it's like, well, I technically would be in the locker room right now listening to Mark prattle on, but we don't have practice until night.
Schedules.
Yeah, because apparently all the young kiddos want to do track and lacrosse and soccer and pretty much every other sport that's not football. Also, I think baseball's done too. They seem to be going real heavy for a while there while we were like doing the parade and stuff, so they may be done. We try not to overlap too terribly many sports in the younger. What are morning thoughts for you?
I don't have any.
Yeah, I had to fend off someone who was trying to do some sexy talks, and I'm like, nope.
No, he's mine.
Yeah, well, there are 2 people that don't seem to. I completely understand every guy on Grindr wants to just do that because that's what the app is typically used for. But this is Snapchat and Facebook Messenger at times. I'm just like, y'all fucker, when you're on that, when you're on Facebook Messenger, you should know better. When you're on Snapchat, you should know better. Especially when one of them's 17. I don't care if you're lonely.
Yeah.
But whatevs.
So, yeah. To you two, you know who you are. Stop it.
I mean, it does get annoying that it's like 3 or 4 times I gotta like keep saying no, but you know, whatever. So I've been doing WoW stuff. I need to take a break because I don't know. The thing is, I can't do any semblance of stealthing with Ratza in Ice Crown Citadel. I can't do anything.
You can't do stealthing?
I can't do anything close to stealthing. Like with my mage, I can like blink past mobs. With Paresh, I can actually stealth. With my priest, I can with my druid, I can I can prowl, and with my priest, I can, if it's absolutely necessary, I can hit fade. I can't do anything with her, and she has the largest aggro radius, and it's just like I run up and like it was so bad. Like, I wound up taking the entire first room all the way up to Marogar and just killed Marogar while they're all hitting on me. I'm like, stop this shit.
Damn.
I mean, I could kill him fast. I mean, I just blade stormed and killed them all, but it was still the fact that she grabbed pretty much the entire room. She tripped every trap in that room. At least with Paresh, I can see them. I can't disarm them. Can I disarm them? No, they took out disarm traps because I can't even do the little things anymore. Unless disarm traps is still a quest that may not be in the game anymore. I think that might be what it is. Disarm traps is a quest that, whatever. I know you can still detect traps, but they haven't put traps in the game since Iceground Citadel. I'm not even sure where they were to be. I mean, technically hunters have traps and you can detect traps from there. See how today's going? It's all sunny and stuff and bright. I need to get Aaron off camera so he can get up, and I should probably finish Iceground Citadel. Yeah. Well, now would be the normal recording time of the camera being blurry. There we are. Now would be the normal recording time of when we'd be getting out of practice. So we have about 4 hours to get to do stuff. And yeah, it's because it's like 1. There's that clock. Aaron went down and bought batteries because that one day we didn't really have the clock and I was going absolutely crazy. No, it was Monday. It was Monday because when we came back from the gym, you went over and bought batteries, right? Because we didn't go anywhere. Huh?
It was a day we came back from something. But I don't remember what it was we came back from.
It was Monday. Because I remember having a tough time walking up the stairs while you kind of walked off and were a little bit worried. You're like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm going to go get batteries. So it was like all of Monday that I was just absolutely crazy because I didn't have the clock, so everything was off all day. Like I wasn't eating at the right times because I didn't have that clock. I literally had the stove, the microwave, my computer, my phone. I had other clocks, but I didn't have that clock. Welcome to autism.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, well, that's just, you're just being weird. No, that's seriously. I even knew the time. I was on my phone. I was on my computer all day editing stuff. I was watching the time go by on my phone. I was checking my phone for the time. I'd come into the kitchen and I'd see the microwave at the correct time, and it just still was throwing me off. So yeah, that was 9 o'clock. Now it's been 4 hours, and Aaron's gotten up, showered, eaten, played some Neverwinter. I have done stuff on Star Trek, and eaten a peanut butter honey sandwich and did my German lessons. Boy, I can't wait for a road trip to an away game because Saturdays are so exciting!
Right?
Would be a little bit more exciting if we were not so financially mindful.
Yeah.
Charging the phone because I was on Snapchat this morning a lot, as you guys have already discussed. Or seen discussed. Discovered. It's because I moved it. I've been looking for the new water bottle. I put it at my feet and I didn't see it, but I put it next to something where it doesn't go, so that's what happened. Much like before practice, typically I'm just going to try to stay walking and not sitting so much.
Yeah. Plus, you'll have a much easier time breathing today, probably.
Yeah, I did take a Thinger allergy pill this morning, and the bottle says it's a 24-hour thing, so hopefully it'll be at the height of its kicked in by this afternoon. I mean, I'm not... Right now, my closest problem to breathing is the fact that this still gets aggravated. When I'm, like, twisted, it's still cumbersome in a weird way, but I probably should be able to practice, considering the only time it actually bothers me that I know of is when I get pushed on there, and I don't necessarily plan on getting tackled there, but...
The fact that it's not going to be morning.
Well, that too. And I'm going to be like awake, and the body's going to be energized, and it'll be more like a game situation. Let's just hope that all my saying that we practice so early in the morning, everything all puffed up and whatnot, and then let's hope I don't have breathing problems at practice today.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, because then I'll be like, well, shit. So he's doing one of these little dungeon quest event things. I'm not necessarily sure.
This is Respin's Marvelous Game. Exactly what you said. It's event dungeon.
But unlike what the normal gameplay is like, this actually has like, he has like a little plate that he slides around on, like he's an actual figure. It's the D&D game within the D&D game.
Yeah.
Like, I understand having mini games inside games. That happens a lot. Dabo. Does WoW have one? I mean, other than the pet battles. I guess pet battles is the best thing for it. I don't know of anything else that's... Of course, that actually... Doesn't that actually have, like... You get experience from it and stuff?
This or pet battles?
That.
This, yeah.
So it functions probably up more, I guess, with like an actual dungeon. Like, you get into the PvE queue.
Yeah.
Sorry to jump over here real fast because he was talking loud and then immediately dropped his volume.
Well, I was trying to figure out what I was going to say when I started saying it. It's kind of like the special queues in STO, small craft queues.
Ah, the wonderful thing that most everybody hates but me. I mean, the ground queues people don't necessarily like, but they deal with it because it's like, oh, ground, blah, blah, blah. But the small craft queues are like, oh my god, my ship is so small, it turns too... I mean, it does, it turns way too fast, but at least I have, like, you know, the time ship shuttle, that thing. I also have Talkie that I call it, but it's just the little companion to the Dakir. And in terms of small craft, it's huge! Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had a Talkir craft in your shuttle queues if you play Star Trek, but if that is your typical shuttle, the Talkir is like this. It's gigantic. Like, if it wasn't for clipping in a weird way, you could fly through its little ring on a normal shuttle or a runabout. It's huge. It's also got a crew of like 25.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. So, I had a peanut butter and honey sandwich.
I have voice chat.
He has voice chat, apparently. We're going to decide something to do rather than just sort of sit around the house until practice. Who knows? Are they speaking Russian?
będzie musiał z alkoholem robić krzywdę.
Nope, that's Slavic. I can just well, I can definitely tell because a lot of Slavic languages have German similar to Lika, like L-I-C-H-E, but the Slavics pronounce it lichita, lich. They have like a lichchik, you know, for ptik. They have a very slurry CH with an S and whatever. We're talking languages and I'm probably just offended someone, but y'all kind of know when you hear a Slavic language versus a German language, aside from hearing specific words. But there's just like a way they pronounce a letter. Whatever. Okay, it's like 7 o'clock. No, it's not. It's like almost 4. And we're leaving to go get something relatively substantial, probably carby stuff. And yeah. I don't necessarily sure where, but I'll definitely be more fed today than I would be for normal practice.
Yeah. I'm just going to put this in there.
Oh yeah, because we don't need it. You don't need it in the store and putting the water bottle in there. We don't need it wherever we're going to go to eat because you can just get water there. But I told Aaron I wanted to be at practice at like 5:30 or at hair at like 5:30 because there's no excuse to not be early at this. I mean, unless, you know.
Unless you work.
Well, unless I work, but even so. Oh, I just woke up late. It's freaking 5:30. You know, graveyard, yeah. I get it. But that's I couldn't arrange it right here though so early in the morning. Not necessarily the problem. But yeah, so I'm just gonna act like I'm heading out to hair right now because there's foods on the way out there.
Is Panera on the way out?
Yeah.
Then we're on there.
Okay. Moment when you're walking down like a hallway area and someone like is coming down, so you dip over to the side. It's like your side over the wall, and they just sort of stand there like I don't know what to do. And I'm like, you're on the wrong side because they're coming the other direction. I just went, whatever, and I went out and around her, and he was like, I don't know. Does that bug you when people do that too? Mm-hmm. It happens a lot when I'm walking back from the train in the morning because there's a lot of people that like to walk on that side of the sidewalk, and they'll walk out into the grass or into the dirt to get around me on that side. And I'm like, wait, what?
I always want to ask them if they drive on that side of the road too.
And I thought it was like an Indian or an Asian thing because I've seen a lot of them do it, but not. No, everybody does it. Mm-hmm. So while it might be cultural for some, it's not for others. So 50-50, it's cultural or they're oblivious. So it's 4:49. We're gonna head over to the field now and just sort of rock out, walk around, see who all's there, see if we can even park.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like, there were nobody in Panera. Like, I could have vlogged, but those girls that were sitting across from us, I was like listening to their conversation. They weren't necessarily being quiet, but I was like, ooh. She's like, my brain capacity just isn't that sizable. I don't know how he memorizes all of these. Oh, I hate this part of the parking lot. And she's talking about some guy. I don't know how he memorizes all these complex medical terms. It's like, he's studying to be a doctor, I understand, but no one said you had to be smart to be a doctor. He's like, I just couldn't. They seem like girls that have just gotten out of high school, but are experiencing college, because there's a lot of the things that I understand that just happen in college. They're like new to them. Like, I was in one of my classes and this girl walks in and her hair was a mess and she just asked the teacher if she could take the test so she could skip the rest of the class. And the teacher was, well, I don't care. As long as you take the test, you don't really have to be here. So she grabbed the test, went over to the corner and turned it in and left. And I was like, you just can't do that in school. And I'm like, you can do that in college if you know the teacher well enough or if you've taken that class 6 or 7 times. 2 or 3 times, but
yeah.
I could have done that with my astronomy teacher. I think I did once. I mean, it was to the point where I was skipping it. I mean, there's always that one little fun story. It was like, I saw a girl sitting at the table who was in my astronomy class, and we sat next to each other. And I came down the hallway into the center area, Hannah Hall, and I looked over at the table and I was like, "Why aren't you in astronomy?" She goes, "Teacher's not coming in. Class is canceled." I'm like, "Sweet, I'm not skipping." And that just like burned in everyone's mind, because it was like I was completely complacent the fact that I was skipping astronomy. I didn't need to. I didn't need to be there. It was the fluffiest fucking credits I've ever taken, and that's even including Math 9.5. It was great in Math 9.5 because the way they had the book set up, Math 090 did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. And then 095 did 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11, and I think 12, but 12 wasn't really necessary. And I couldn't figure out why. When we did that in 095, it was a Saturday class, and I was in there with like the nursing students. They're like the middle-aged moms or whatnot, and I was like, "Why aren't we doing this chapter?" And they're like, "Oh, didn't you do it in 090? And I'm in front of the class. I'm like, "No, I tested into this class," and like. It was actually probably the most female ire I've ever had staring at me. It was bad, because there was like 30 ladies in there that have probably struggled all the way from what we called DVED math, and they had to deal with polynomials in order so they could, or they were in the education track, but whatever. Anyway, I was like, oh crap. But then like a few of them came over and started asking me for help. I was like, well, it's easy, just do that. I mean, there was one kid at the table. He was a theater kid. He played Nathan. He played magic. You probably don't know him much. He came to the point where he would walk in with a worksheet from DVED 020, put it down in front of me, go get coffee, and I would hand him back his homework. He didn't bully me into doing his multiplication homework. I just did it. So I did it faster than he could get a coffee from the coffee cart, which was like 2 feet away.
Yeah, that coffee cart was real close.
Yeah, but he just like, and the time he would come in would be not, like he came in one time, he was so dumb, he actually got the worksheet, went to the bathroom during class, came back, turned it in, and his teacher got suspect. And I made him do all his stuff in the class. I was like, "Nathan, you dumb shit. You don't do that. You take it overnight and then you cheat. You don't cheat in like 2 minutes. When the entire rest of the class has taken, a whole night to do a worksheet, and you go to the bathroom and come back with a completed worksheet and it's completely correct."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn the camera off. We're gonna plug it in, give it a little bit of juice while we chit chat about stuff, and make sure, yeah. So, yeah, I was not out on the field. Acting up a little bit. We're going to the doctor tomorrow. Mainly because as I was running, as I took a little step and the whole side jiggled a little bit, like the fat jiggled. Oh, you're following me.
Yeah. Figured, vlog stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be in part of it.
Yeah, now that I've worked. I actually did some stuff, though.
Yeah.
Did you get at least what I did on? No, probably not. Probably
not.
But I did do some stuff, but it did aggravate it, and this is, like, I couldn't even jog that distance without causing it to just, like, jiggle and hurt and grow pain and whatnot. And it might be just the compression gear that's helping with the breathing, as I'm like, I'm having more problem breathing. Sorry, mosquitoes. Don't want no damn Zika virus or something. I had to get the camera from Aaron because that way he can fully adjust. That way he can fully adjust to the light level.
I tried to give you a little tap.
No prompt?
Any words?
No. I mean, it's football. I've been watching it. I think I've done a pretty good job of keeping the camera on the ball. Missed a couple of them.
Well, yeah, I also saw you, like, while they were doing a couple plays, you were completely turned around with your back to the play, and I was like, what are you doing? Were you taking a selfie or something with your phone? Oh, okay.
I actually been Snapchatting a little.
Oh, okay.
Very little.
All right.
Like 3 snaps. But I also killed a mosquito on my forehead, so I was more using it as a mirror and then realized I should snap.
Oh, yeah. What time of the year, y'all? It's that time of the year. Break out!
Nice! Hey,
That was my pick.
game time next week, all right? We all ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yeah!
Nice. Hey, good work today. Nice job today. A little dark out. We got the work in we needed to. Ran a little bit over.
So the battery has like no charge right now. It's down to 1 blip because I was trying to record all the end stuff, but it was really dark. It's gonna be kind of amazing. I'm probably just gonna, there was like some really good plays and I was actually following the stuff pretty well. But no, at the end when you were already in the car, and I was doing pretty well following it. It may have been one of those things, you know, I may not be able to coach later because I don't necessarily have the breadth of experience of playing football, but I guarantee you I will be the cameraman for that team when I can't play anymore. I have such a steady damn hand. So we're at Sherry's. We compromise. Aaron has cheap food and I can't, it's not that I won't eat something here, it's just that I have like very limited things to eat here. Unless I want pie. But with a BLT that doesn't have much plus fries, I could even have a slice of pie.
I'm trying to find the thing I was going to say and forgot. So I'm just looking through, trying to find a purple link that.
It's on the Reddit.
Yeah.
It's on the Reddit.
It's on the Reddit.
The camera's gonna die here any soon. Anyways, I mean, look at that battery power.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't do anything this morning because after the sun had rose, and it's going to be starting to do that because I wake up at a certain time, but the sun is peeking over that horizon earlier and earlier. Aaron's messing around on his Kindle because we don't know how long we're going to be at the urgency care. It's not urgent, it's an easy way to get a pretty fast appointment. You can get someone with a valid medical degree to look at it. We're not going to have anything gross like Aaron's ear thing.
No, probably won't.
Hopefully we won't. We weren't even expecting that to happen, but my keys are still in the backpack. I put everything in the backpack yesterday, and so like I was slowly pulling things out when we went to Sherry's. I'm like, I don't need my key. There's my puffer. It's the keys. Keys, wallet. Does the wallet have the 2 things I need just in case they need them? That card, buy 3, get 1 free. Car washes, and then my family care. What? It's from Toyota. Oh, present this card for 3 free car washes. They just punch it off. So I guess we can maybe go do that today depending on time. No, they might not be open. Whatever, I can just go get it done tomorrow. The car needs a hose down. It does. Well, it's been an hour and 15 minutes since we got here, and now we're finally in the room. She asked me to remove my shirt, and it came off so fast. Yeah. It like humored her too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to remove your shirt. 'Cause... Oh.
Right back there. There's a gown if you're like, unless you want me absolutely naked, I'd go all the way down to compression shorts. If you can't take an x-ray through compression shorts, then you need a new x-ray machine.
Yeah.
They're like, just in case we need an x-ray. I'm like, all right. I'm probably gonna have to because there's no discoloration or anything.
Yeah.
Your thoughts about today? Tired, hungry, thirsty. There's no cups in here, so that screwed us up.
Yeah. A little thirsty, but I had some water from the fountain.
No, there was one out.
Yeah, next to the bathroom.
I forgot about that. I just saw the one where they're like, cups are at the counter. I was like, that helps for social anxiety. I have to go ask for cups. I mean, it's understandable so that people just don't keep drinking cup after cup after cup and getting a new cup. Wasting cups.
Yeah, I've been doing minor research on data science because work might be willing to reimburse me for some of the tuition. I have to find a place that does it first.
Yeah, and I've been watching the end of The Sorcerer's Stone and part of the Chamber of Secrets.
They have the Harry Potter movies apparently just going in sequence constantly out in the lobby.
Yeah. We leave off trying to figure out. Oh, Harry was like hearing the voices while he was in the hospital area, med room. Alright, that was a quick little doctor thing. He felt up my rib cage and was like, yeah, you probably bruised something. Didn't even need to go in for an x-ray.
Yeah, it was just came in, shook our hands, poked and prodded at your stomach.
Checked my spleen
your
just
abdomen.
in case. Check my spleen because it's on that side. Yeah, ibuprofen for 600 milligrams every 6 hours for pain, or Tylenol 650 to 1,000 milligrams every 4 hours as pain for needed. Your blood pressure was found to be greater than 120/80 during today's visit. It's possible that the elevation of your blood pressure is only temporary. Yeah, I was angry that it was taking an hour and a half.
Your diagnosis was chest wall contusion, left.
We are Freddy's now. And it's busy, busy, busy. There's been a lot of ambulances around today, so I won't be surprised if someone like keels over while we're in Freddy's and the ambulance has to come. There's been a lot of ambulances out today. Never's the last customer. She took the last small cart. God damn it. Here, I'll take this big cart. At least it's got a cup holder. So we came by the cheap sale area. They got poppy seed muffins, bagels. And I saw this whole cart full of stuff, and it's got like, I was like, ooh, is it some like prepackaged cereal, or is it, because it's from the bulk section? I thought, wow, it's, you know, pretty. It's 12 grams of protein per quarter cup. Ugh. I'm sorry, I will eat sausage before that. And that's saying something. Right? So yeah, Nick was humorous. He was humored by my injury. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
So he was demanding that there was video of it. I'm like, I can't go back in time and make Aaron record in the middle of the gym. I wish I could, because you should post that all over the internet. I'm like, it would have been posted all over the internet. I got spinach, cottage cheese. Not remembering the name of mine. Chickpea curry. There it is. 2 of you guys. Uh-oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. America mixed Skittles.
Red, white, and blue.
41 ounces. Yep. That's a thing now.
Oh, there we go. Strawberry, blackberry.
Yumberry, raspberry, and wildberry. I'm done.
So it's 4:15-ish, 4:17, and 82 degrees out, and so we got blizzards.
Blizzards! I should go home and play WoW now.
Yeah.
There's no symbol. Oh, I hit the back mirror.
Ba-doom, or smack, smack, snap. So yeah, I haven't had a blizzard in years and years. If at all.
I have a, whoa, hello. I have a chocolate extreme.
I have the new thing, the Oreo s'mores.
Oh, so you went with, so it's Oreo s'mores or s'mores, and that's what the 2 boys camps are?
Yes.
And the Oreo one, or the s'mores one is just very classic.
Regimented classic Boy Scouts.
Very classic white bread, and like Oreo s'mores is what we would consider as a Portland summer camp.
I guess.
Well, it's just sort of like fun-loving, fancy-free, don't really, that sort of like, do whatever you want, have a party, get drunk. We're 8, get drunk! Do not condone drinking at such a young age, but...
Right. Anyway, so yeah, we're now getting pizza and going home.
Alright, we at home, fully zoomed out, right? Yeah. I have to put that blizzard in to my Fitness Pal, so we're gonna get a live update on that. You're gonna see my real reaction when I see the calorie count on a small blizzard. No, we're putting that in lunch. Although, we're putting that in snacks, not in lunch. It should not be in lunch. Should not ever consider a blizzard a lunch. Chocolate Extreme. Mini Chocolate Extreme. The Chocolate Extreme Blizzard Cake. Small. 640 calories.
Not as bad as I thought it would be.
What? That's about twice as much as I thought it was going to be. That's 2 cheesy gordita crunches. But considering I'm healing, I need as much, well, what are it?
Can't even fake justify that.
It's got 12 grams of protein in it and a whole hell of a lot of saturated fat. More than half of its fat is saturated. Some trans fat, but it's that level where they don't consider it 1 gram, it's 0.5. So it doesn't have to be put in on actual labels per se. But that's the thing, is like trans fats themselves are like natural. They're not anything. Someone started advertising eat right or eat science. Drink synthetic coffee rather than organic coffee. If you should, if it would take off as much as the organic trend. Aaron's like, well, probably, maybe, I don't know. Not by the same people. I'm like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. But if we had coffee that was literally made, not really by anything biologic, just made, like Replicator made, yeah, then you get synthetic coffee. Would it take off and people would go crazy about it? Or will people be like, it's devil coffee?
No, I would drink it.
I drink it for the science.
Science. Do it for the vine.
Do it for the vine. No, do it for the vines. It was really funny when I first saw that. I was like, is this some weird like California vintner thing going on? Do it for the vine. Like I can imagine like some hipster going down to Napa Valley, but he's turned into like a gangster and he's trying to squeeze out stuff from his workers, but he's too busy threatening all the other work. He's threatening one worker because the rest of them aren't working nearly as fast, and his friend comes up and went, do it for the vine. And he just like snaps his neck and all the rest of the workers fall in line because you need to do it for the business sort of thing. I've got to wash my mouthpiece. It's been sitting in the car all night. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to use my regular toothbrush, not the cleaning toothbrush. And I'm going to use some toothpaste. I'm just going to wash this thing. Do you want to vlog anything?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm gonna put groceries away.
He's going to put...
Why would you do that?
Again?
Why would you do it the first time? I kinda get it. Why would you do it again?
How was the last thing we recorded? Probably when we got home after doing grocery shoppings and stuff. Yeah, I think the Advil did something. Again, I'm not necessarily sure. It feels weird this morning. Now, okay, I don't want to say it feels weird because then some people might think it doesn't hurt anymore. It still hurts. It's just a weird hurt. As of all the various things that have been relatively serious and I've felt in the process of them healing, this is in the process of it healing.
That's good.
It's almost like what one would call maybe a recurrence of the severity of pain. It's sort of like, oh, it's getting better, it's getting better. Oh God, it hurts again. And then like a couple days later, it's gonna be like, oh, come fine. It like has to like, because it feels much more restricting right now. It's like worse than it was at the doctor's, and it's got that paranoid feeling like, oh my God, it's gotten worse. It's not gonna get any better. Sort of like during a cold, you might feel a little bit better, and then at night it gets really bad, and you're like, I'm never gonna get over this cold. Then you get the next day, and you're like, oh my God, it's so much better. I'm not cloudy-headed. I can breathe just fine. Then at night, you're like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing. That's something probably people can relate with more as to how this is. It feels like it's gotten worse. And it could be just the fact that Advil lasts a long time, and I thought it was, oh, it's getting better, oh, it's getting better, oh, it's getting better. Now the Advil has slightly worn off. But it has different lines of pain. That may have been into a different sense that people don't usually use.
Yeah, or at least a different description for one of the normal ones.
Well, everyone kept talking about dull and stinging pain, so I had to relate that to sharp and wide lines.
Yep, that's a different interpretation of pain.
Well, that's because when people say I have a stinging pain, to me, that feels nothing like what a sting feels like. So that's why I was confused for many years until I kind of made up my own definition for what other people called something and was like, oh shit, now I gotta use their terminology because they don't really know what the fuck they're talking about. Or maybe they do know what they're talking about and I'm the one that's crazy. And then I spent many years thinking I was the one that was batshit crazy and didn't know what I was talking about. And just playing along with everyone's game because that's how you seem normal.
That's exactly how you seem normal.
Yeah, I just feel so dishonest doing it. It's like, this isn't what I'm feeling at all. Well, the train's going real slow today, is it? No, it's not even full. Why is it going so slow?
Tracks might be heating up.
Not right now. I mean, it's...
You're right. They're probably ice cold.
Well, metal in this temperature? I mean...
Probably about 65 degrees in the shade. The tracks, not the air.
But yeah, most amount of cloud. Oh no, we got tall clouds over there. Can you guys see that? I'm going to recap the weekend, and I should not recap the weekend because that's basically recapping what you guys just watched. You might as well just have fast forwarded to this point. So yeah, road trip next weekend to not Puyallup, although it's the Puyallup Nation Kings, but we're not necessarily. Damn cluster cities. Are we going to Gresham? No, we're going to some high school. We're going to some elementary school called Wood Village Elementary School. Is that near Gresham? Kind of. Borders Gresham. Little squirrel. You are. That's a chipmunk, not a squirrel. Fences don't mean shit to that guy. No, I don't think it's a baby. They're chipmunks. They're small. What do we got? What was I thinking about?
Road trip next week?
Oh yeah, and the cluster city. It's sort of like you've got Seattle, and then south of that, people are like, it's Tacoma. And I'm like, then you technically have this weird municipality called SeaTac. Then you have Tacoma. Yeah. And then you have another weird municipality, and then Puyallup, and then I think it goes out to Sumner, then it goes out to some other little town. Unlike New York, where you can just drive for 30 miles, or for 20 miles and still be in New York. You actually, well, I don't know, you can drive for 20 miles and still be in Portland, but you can drive.
Start at one extreme end.
When I lived in Troutdale, in order to drive my typical path to my mom's house, or even to your parents' house, we didn't know each other at the time, but if I was going to drive to his parents' house and we lived in Troutdale, I would drive from Troutdale to Fairview, to Wood Village, to Gresham, to Portland, to Vancouver, to Camas, to Washougal, and back to Camas.
Yeah.
because cluster cities. And I could probably I could see the paper mill of Camas across the river from my apartment.
That's more a no bridge going directly than cluster cities.
I get it.
Our viewers might not.
Yeah, because going from here to my mom's house is Beaverton to Portland to Vancouver. Your parents, we still got to do that Camas to Washougal to Camas because the city line, so we're not going to really call that one because they actually live in Camas.
Yeah.
We're not going to call that anything strange.
Yeah, that's just someone drawing a line sneezed.
Down one road. Wow, they are both coming by at the same time.
That's a red light at Portland Airport. Oh well.
Guess he's back to Turkey.